Hello there and welcome. I'm the Mind Reaper, an app designed to help you win in life. Today we're going to explore a new subject, and the subject is the 4 pillars of power: discipline, responsibility, strength, and control. Check out in the description down below how can you get the Mind Reaper app so you can win in life. So first of all, the modern world is full of distractions, excuses, and softness. Everywhere you look, someone's telling you to take it easy, to blame someone else, or to wait for help. But those messages create weakness. Real power doesn't come from comfort. It comes from commanding yourself, from waking up each day with direction, discipline, and drive. That's what Andrew's message has always revolved around: the art of taking back your power, not by talking about it, but by living it. Now, let's break down the 4 core principles that define this philosophy. The first one is discipline. Discipline is the master key to freedom. Discipline is the foundation of power. Without it, everything else collapses. Most people confuse discipline with restriction. They think it means less freedom. In truth, discipline is freedom, because it gives you control over yourself, your habits, and finally, your destiny. But what discipline really means? Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Emotion doesn't decide action. Your purpose does. You don't train because you're motivated. You train because it's your standard. It's who you are. Discipline is self-respect. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence grows. Every time you break one, it dies a little. Discipline turns chaos into order. Life is unpredictable, but structure turns it into something manageable. But why most people fail? Because they want the reward, but not the routine. They rely on motivation instead of momentum. They quit when progress slows. But the truth is simple. You will never rise to the level of your goals. You will fall to the level of your habits. Now, how to build discipline? Start small, but finish strong. Make one promise a day and keep it. Even if it's tiny. The mind learns obedience through repetition. Use time as your ally. Schedule training, reading, and work as if it's sacred, not optional. Detach emotion from action. Feel tired? Still work. Feel sad? Still move. Discipline means you act according to principles, not moods. Reward consistency, not perfection. It's better to train imperfectly every day than perfectly once a month. Now, the paradox of discipline. People think discipline makes you rigid, but in truth, it makes you flexible. When you are disciplined, you are not at the mercy of life's chaos. You can adapt. You can act with power while others react with panic. And that's, my friends, it's freedom. Freedom in action. Number 2, rejecting victimhood. The end of excuses. One of Tate's most repeated messages is simple. The moment you stop blaming others, your life changes. Victimhood is the language of weakness. It feels comfortable, but it steals your potential. When you think the world owes you something, you stop building yourself. Powerful people don't deny hardship. they use it. The psychology of victimhood. Blame. Blame is emotional anesthesia. It numbs the pain of responsibility but kills your growth. Self-pity feels good short-term but destroys you long-term. Every time you say, "It's not my fault," you lose another piece of control. Victimhood is contagious. Surround yourself with complainers and you will start thinking like one. What is the antidote? Radical ownership. Rejecting victimhood doesn't mean denying injustice. It means owning your response. You didn't choose your starting point, but you choose your direction. You can't control every event, but you can control your effort. You can't change the past, but you can make the past irrelevant, but what you do next. That's what true responsibility looks like. Power in action. How to eliminate victim thinking. Catch complaints early. Every time you start blaming, ask, "What can I do instead?" Refuse sympathy that reinforces weakness. You don't need pity, you need progress. Surround yourself with builders, not blamers. Power is contagious, just like weakness. The freedom of ownership. When you own everything, your mistakes, your results, your mindset, nobody can control you. You become self-reliant. You stop waiting for permission to win, because the man who blames nothing can build anything. Building strength, the physical and mental fortress. Discipline shapes the mind, but strength protects it. Powerful people build both, because one without the other is incomplete. In Tate's message, strength isn't just about muscle, it's about mindset. It's about creating a fortress, a physical, mental, and emotional fortress that no storm can break. The purpose of physical strength. Your body is your base. It's the foundation of confidence, energy, and focus. Weakness is exhausting. When your body is tired, your mind becomes fragile. Training is therapy. Every rep, every drop of sweat is a conversation between your limits and your will. Physical strength gives you presence. It tells your mind, "I am capable." It teaches you to suffer productively. Mental strength, endurance of thought. Mental toughness is simply emotional endurance, the ability to stay calm under pressure. To build it, face discomfort daily. Do hard things until they feel normal. Use pain as feedback. Every challenge is data. Learn from it. Detach ego from the results. Focus on progress, not perfection. When you get comfortable being uncomfortable, you stop fearing life. That's the secret. Power grows in struggle. The spiritual layer, your inner strength. True strength isn't just physical or mental, it's spiritual. It's knowing you can lose everything external and still remain centered. You can't buy that strength, you can only earn it. Through trials, losses, and the decision to stand tall no matter what. Claiming control. The return of personal power. The final pillar of Tate's philosophy is control, not of others, but of self. Most people live reactive lives. They wake up to alarms, check messages, follow trends, obey moods. Their lives are ruled by everything external. Control begins when you say enough, when you stop reacting and start directing. The truth about control. Control is responsibility multiplied by consistency. You take charge not by emotion, but by structure. Control means order. You design your routines, your diet, your work, your training, until life bends to your structure, not the other way around. Control brings peace. Chaos outside doesn't scare you when there's order inside. But how to claim control back? First of all, own your time. Schedule your day, or the world will schedule it for you. Master your reactions. Don't let every comment or emotion trigger you. Calm is your armor. Direct your environment. Your space should reflect your standards. Clean, organized, intentional. And lastly, build financial control. Learn to earn, invest, and multiply money so that you can speak and live freely. Why control equals freedom? Freedom isn't the absence of rules. It's the presence of self-command. You can't be free if your impulses own you. You can't be free if other people can emotionally steer you. Control means you decide your direction, and that decision, repeated daily, becomes your destiny. So, the 4 pillars combined. These 4 principles are not separate. They reinforce one another. Together, they create an unbreakable loop. Discipline builds consistency. Rejecting victimhood creates responsibility. Strength sustains your confidence. Control maintains your freedom. They form the complete blueprint of personal power, the mindset of a man who builds himself from the ground up. And that's what you're going to get with this fantastic app. But what happens when you live this way? When you live by these principles, you stop asking for permission. You stop apologizing for ambition. You stop fearing failure. You start becoming the kind of person others look to for strength. You walk differently. You speak differently. You think long term. And soon, the same people who doubted you will come asking how you did it. The core message: power is not something you wait for. It's something you create. Every day, every choice, every repetition of a standard. You become powerful not by what you own, but by what you command inside yourself. Discipline is destiny. Strength is currency. Control is freedom. Responsibility is peace. And final reflection: ask yourself tonight, where am I undisciplined? Where am I acting like a victim instead of a creator? Where am I weak because I will struggle? Where am I out of control, and how can I reclaim it today? Answer these questions honestly and act immediately, and your life will transform faster than you have ever imagined. Because in the end, power isn't found, it is forged. And now, guys, thank you for watching. Check the link below, check our Patreon, and see if you're eligible to get started with our app.